Okay. So I'm really, really excited about this one. So last night I watched the Mortuary Collection. I'm gonna come up right and say it. I love horror anthology movies. I love them so much. Like my favorite subgenre of horror. VHS, Trick or Treat, Creep Show, the classics. The classics VHS and Trick or Treat. The classics like Creep Show. Um, God, I love them so much. I love horror anthology films, and it's been a while since I've seen a really, really good one. Let's see, I think the last like exceptional one I saw was Trick or Treat, but the Mortuary Collection is really, really good. I love it. I adore it. I was gonna give it a 5 out of 5 right now before I get into it. Um, so the thing with horror anthologies for me is that they're really only as strong as like their framing device. And the concept here is Clancy Brown is a Cree mortician. Oh, he's so good at it. And he's hiring like a new assistant for the funeral home, and he's telling her stories of like people who had died, and like uh, the like stories he has about their deaths. It's so good. Um, let's see. A lot of horror anthology films. There's like one or like there's like one where it's like okay, that one's the weakest, kind of. I have a hard time picking a weakest here. Like each one of them is fun in its own way. I think maybe the second one's a little for me, maybe, but like overall phenomenal. It kind of blends different genres. The first story takes place entirely in one room, and it's Lovecraftian horror. Second one's body horror. Oh, it's so good. Brock Headley's in it. He's in one of my favorite. He's okay. He was the lead in one of my favorite movies, Spell. Not that spell, a different spell. That came out in 2019, I think. I loved it. I love seeing him again. More Barack Headley and stuff. He's really cool. God, Clancy Brown's there. It's so good. Oh, I can't handle it. It's just such a good fucking movie. Let's see. Um, I would say like theming and like setting is really interesting too. It's set in the 1980s and has that definite vibe about it. And the stories take place in different decades. Like the first one is in the like the 50s or 60s ish. Second one's 60s 70s ish. Third one's 70s, and the last one takes place in the 80s. But there's like it's a lot of horror anthology films. They'll kind of like vary widely as far as like tone and setting and like dressing whatever. They're really set on like a specific color palette, a specific like look to them. It's incredible. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to gush. I like this movie a lot. This is a good one. Um, I think my favorite of the stories is probably three with Barack Headley because I like him a lot. Um, but the wraparound story is really really fun too. I love a good framing device, and I love when the framing device plays into the stories too. Because the final story plays into the framing device story. It's so good. God. Um, the only this is because I'm an annoying asshole, but I was able to clock the twist for the final story. Not because like it was forecasted or whatever, just because I'm the kind of person who's like, here's what the most obvious twist would be, and of course that was a twist. But I still liked it a lot. It still got me with another part of the twist, or I did not know where the kid was. But besides that, I like it a lot. Highly recommend. 5 out of 5. Love the Mortuary Collection. Cannot wait for the sequel. There you go. I don't know what the hell that was. You'll have to forgive me for that.